A routine can be the difference between success and failure. If you don't control your day will control you. At the beginning of my journey, I worked nonstop, but I realized that effort without direction leads nowhere. That's when I understood that productivity is not about being busy, but about being focused. So I created a simple system. I divide my time between what truly matters and what I can delegate. Many people ask me how I organize my day. My answer? I start with the hardest tasks. In the morning, my mind is fresh and ready for challenges. I don't leave important decisions for the end of the day when I'm already exhausted. If something requires my full attention, I do it first. This prevents small tasks from draining my energy before the big decisions. Working a lot is not the secret. Working smart is. Another crucial point is having moments to reflect. The world moves fast, and if you don't take time to think, you'll just be another busy person without direction. I set aside time to ask myself, am I on the right path? Am I investing my time in the right things? Having a full schedule means nothing if it's not aligned with your goals. Time doesn't come back. You need to use it wisely. I also learned the importance of saying no. A powerful routine isn't just about what you do. It's about what you choose not to do. Many meetings could be emails, many tasks can be delegated, and many worries are useless. If something doesn't add real value, I remove it. This allows me to focus on what truly drives Alibaba forward. Ultimately, a good routine is one that brings you closer to your dreams. If you do something every day that moves you toward your goal, success becomes inevitable. Now think, is your routine helping you grow or just keeping you busy? Success is not about having time, it's about having priorities. At the beginning of my journey, I had no money, no connections, and I was rejected more times than I can count. But there was one thing I did have: clarity about what truly mattered. Life is full of distractions, and what separates successful people from those who merely dream is the ability to choose what to focus on. Most people waste energy on things that don't make a difference. I learned that if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. People often ask me, Jack Ma, how do you decide what to focus on? Simple. I ask myself, does this contribute to the vision I want to build? If the answer is no, I discard it. When I founded Alibaba, I didn't try to copy eBay or Amazon. My focus was clear: empower small Chinese businesses. Many told me it was impossible, but I knew that if I didn't do it, who would? If not now, when? If not me, who? That is the question that has always guided me. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they waste too much time on irrelevant things. If you want to grow, you must learn to say no. Opportunities appear all the time, but not all of them are for you. I never wasted time chasing quick money or fleeting trends. Prioritizing means having the discipline to ignore what seems urgent and focus on what truly moves the needle towards success. Organizing priorities also means adapting to what really matters. Don't try to change the market. Change yourself to fit the right market. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. This philosophy helped me make better decisions and ensure that my time was invested in what truly made an impact. Great leaders don't do everything. They do the right things. If you feel like you're always busy but never progressing, the problem may not be a lack of time, but a lack of priorities. Success isn't about running faster. It's about running in the right direction. The question is, are you running toward where you really want to go? If you want to succeed, you must learn to ignore what doesn't matter. I see many people spending time debating, complaining, analyzing every detail before taking action. And in the end, nothing changes. The biggest mistake you can make is not failing. It's spending your life on things that lead nowhere. When I started Alibaba, I had no time for perfectionism. The key was to move forward, fail fast, and learn fast. My rule is simple. If it doesn't contribute to your growth, eliminate it. Many people are busy but not productive. They spend all day answering emails, watching the news, scrolling through social media, and by the end of the day, nothing has changed. Working hard does not mean working smart. Ask yourself, does this task really make a difference in my future? If the answer is no, stop now. Successful people know where to place their energy. If you have a dream, you can't waste time on distractions. Remember, when you're poor, if you have a dream, you never feel poor. I never felt poor because my mind was focused on the future, not the present. What stops most people from growing isn't a lack of opportunities, it's a lack of discipline to ignore what doesn't add value. The truth is, most things that seem urgent today will be irrelevant tomorrow. I learned not to worry about small defeats, criticism, or other people's opinions. If I had paid attention to everything people said, I would never have created Alibaba. Instead of spending energy proving others wrong, use that time to build something that will make them change their minds on their own. Stop wasting time. Every minute you spend on something unimportant is a minute stolen from your future. Now tell me, are you investing your time or just spending it? Decisions shape your future. Many people waste time overanalyzing everything, fearing mistakes, and waiting for the perfect moment. Let me tell you something, perfection does not exist. If you hesitate too much, opportunities will pass you by. When I founded Alibaba, I had to make tough decisions quickly. I didn't always have all the answers, but I had the courage to decide and move forward. My secret? I trust my instincts and experience. Data is important, but it's not everything. If you rely only on numbers, you'll always be one step behind. The best leaders know when to listen to their intuition. Sometimes making a decision quickly, even if it's not perfect, is better than waiting too long and missing the opportunity. Speed is a competitive advantage. In business and life, those who take action first often win. If you spend too much time thinking about every possibility, your competitors will already be ahead. I always ask myself, will this help me move forward? If the answer is yes, I act. If the answer is no, I discard it. Simple. Fear of making mistakes paralyzes many people. But I see failure differently. It's just a step toward success. The sooner you fail, the sooner you learn. The worst decision is not the wrong one. It's making no decision at all. Every great leader, from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk, understands this. You must learn to decide and take responsibility for the outcome. You don't need to be right all the time. You need to be fast and adaptable. Success is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them quickly. The question is, are you making decisions or just delaying them? I failed more times than I can count. I applied to Harvard, rejected. I applied for jobs, rejected. Even KFC in China rejected me, but I never stopped moving forward. The truth is, every rejection was a lesson, and every failure was a step toward success. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: persistence. Most people give up too soon. The first obstacle comes, and they quit. But if you want something big, you must be willing to endure setbacks. Alibaba was not built in a day. There were moments when everything seemed impossible, but I refused to give up. Success is not a straight road. It's full of twists, turns, and failures. I always tell people, if you fall 99 times, get up 100. The world does not reward those who give up. It rewards those who keep going despite the difficulties. Persistence is more important than talent. There are many smart people who never succeed because they lack resilience. Your ability to endure failure determines your success. Look at any successful entrepreneur, athlete, or leader. None of them got there easily. They all faced challenges, criticism, and failure. But they kept going. I learned that failure is never the end. It's just feedback. The faster you fail, the faster you learn and improve. So the next time life knocks you down, don't complain. Stand up. Keep pushing forward no matter what, because in the end, persistence always wins. Working hard doesn't mean being productive. Many people believe that the more hours they work, the more successful they will be. That's a lie. If you're always exhausted, your mind stops working efficiently. The key is not working more, it's working smarter. I divide my time into 3 categories: what I must do, what I can delegate, and what I should ignore. Many tasks drain your energy but don't contribute to real results. Learning to let go of unnecessary things is crucial. If something can be done by someone else, I delegate it. If something doesn't add value, I eliminate it. Mental overload is real. If your mind is full of stress, you won't have space to think creatively. That's why I take time to relax, reflect, and recharge. Some people think resting is a waste of time, but I believe the opposite. A tired mind makes bad decisions. Another strategy is focusing on what truly matters. Many entrepreneurs fall into the trap of micromanaging everything. That's a mistake. The best leaders focus on the big picture, not small details. If you try to do everything yourself, you'll burn out and limit your growth. The most valuable resource you have is your time. Use it wisely. If you feel constantly overwhelmed, It's time to rethink your approach. Are you managing your time, or is your time managing you? Have you ever felt that your day flies by, yet nothing important gets done? That's because many people spend their time on low-value tasks while neglecting the most crucial ones. I developed a simple but powerful rule, the 30-minute focus method. Every day I set aside 30 minutes to focus exclusively on high-impact tasks. No distractions, no interruptions, just deep work. In those moments, I ignore emails, meetings, and small requests. I focus on what truly drives results. The reason this works is simple. Most people never dedicate focused time to what truly matters. They get lost in urgent but unimportant tasks. By setting aside just 30 minutes a day for strategic thinking, you gain an edge over 99% of people. Many think productivity is about working harder, but it's about working smarter. A single hour of focused work is worth more than 10 hours of scattered effort. If you apply this rule consistently, you'll see massive improvements in your efficiency. So try this. Dedicate 30 minutes daily to something that will transform your life. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, the results will surprise you. A great leader is not the one who knows everything. It's the one who builds a team that knows more than him. When I started Alibaba, I was not a technology expert. I didn't know how to code, and I wasn't the best at finance. But I surrounded myself with people who were smarter than me in those areas. That's the secret. Don't try to be the best at everything. Build a team where each person is the best at something. Many entrepreneurs make the mistake of wanting to control everything. They think they must be the smartest person in the room. That's a trap. The smartest leaders hire people who challenge them, bring new ideas, and complement their weaknesses. A leader's job is not to have all the answers. It's to find the right people who do. One of the biggest reasons companies fail is because leaders refuse to delegate. If you try to do everything yourself, you will burn out and limit your company's growth. Trust your team, empower them, give them space to innovate. That's how you build a business that lasts. I always say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Alibaba became a global company not because of me alone, but because of the incredible people I brought together. If you hire people better than you and let them do their jobs, success will follow. So ask yourself, are you surrounding yourself with people who elevate you, or are you holding on to control out of fear? True success is not built alone. It's built with the right team. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology is disrupting industries, and businesses that refuse to adapt are disappearing. If you fear change, you are already falling behind. I always tell my team, don't fight the future, embrace it. The only way to stay ahead is by constantly learning and evolving. Many companies fail because they resist change. They stick to old methods, ignoring new opportunities. Blockbuster ignored Netflix. Kodak ignored digital cameras. By the time they tried to change, it was too late. The lesson? If you don't disrupt yourself, someone else will. When we started Alibaba, China's internet market was still developing. Many thought e-commerce would never work here. But I saw what was coming. I knew the internet would transform everything. We took a risk, we adapted, and today, Alibaba is one of the biggest companies in the world. Fear of change comes from uncertainty. People want guarantees, but success doesn't work that way. You must take risks, experiment, and accept that not everything will work. The key is to learn quickly, pivot when necessary, and always be ahead of the curve. The future belongs to those who embrace change. Are you adapting to the new world, or are you stuck in the past? Many people want success overnight. They chase quick wins, looking for immediate results. But true success is built over decades, not days. When I started Alibaba, I didn't think about the next quarter, I thought about the next 20 years. Long-term vision is what separates sustainable businesses from temporary ones. If you only focus on short-term gains, you will always struggle. That's why many companies fail. They prioritize immediate profits over long-term impact. Amazon, Tesla, and Alibaba didn't become giants by chasing quick money. They built systems, focused on innovation, and played the long game. I often ask young entrepreneurs, are you building something that will last, or just something that makes money today? The difference is huge. If you create real value, success will follow. But if you only chase trends, your success will be short-lived. Patience is the greatest asset in business. Most people give up too soon because they don't see results immediately. But everything great takes time. Alibaba's success didn't happen overnight. We faced years of struggle before breaking through. So stop looking for shortcuts. Focus on building something meaningful and trust the process. The question is, are you thinking about the next 5 years or just the next 5 minutes? Time is the most valuable resource you have. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But time? Once it's gone, it never returns. That's why I see time differently than most people. I treat it like an investment. Many people spend their lives reacting to the demands of others. They let distractions, obligations, and unnecessary meetings steal their time. But here's the truth. If you don't take control of your time, someone else will. That's why I carefully choose where I invest my energy. The biggest mistake people make is believing they have unlimited time. They say, I'll start tomorrow, or one day I'll do it. But one day never comes. If something is important, do it now. That's why I always ask myself, if not now, when? If not me, who? Successful people understand the power of compounding time. Small, consistent actions today lead to massive results in the future. Reading 10 pages a day, exercising for 30 minutes, working on your skills daily, it all adds up. The problem is, most people don't realize this until it's too late. So take a moment to reflect. Are you using your time wisely, or are you letting it slip away? Every second you waste is a second stolen from your future. You can't do everything yourself. If you try, you'll burn out and your business will never scale. The key to success is learning how to delegate effectively. A leader's job is not to do the work. It's to build a team that gets the work done. Many entrepreneurs struggle with delegation because they don't trust others. They think, if I don't do it, it won't be done right. That mindset is a trap. If you hire great people, you must let them do their jobs. Micromanaging will only slow you down. I focus on 3 things: vision, leadership, and culture. Everything else, I delegate. The best leaders don't solve every problem themselves. They create teams that solve problems. That's how Alibaba scaled from a small apartment to a global powerhouse. Delegation is not about giving up control, it's about multiplying your impact. If you spend all your time on small tasks, you'll never have time for big ideas. That's why I always ask, is this something only I can do? If not, I pass it to someone else. Ask yourself, are you working on what truly matters, or are you drowning in details? If you want to grow, you must learn to let go. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Most people are afraid to fail, so they avoid risks, overthink decisions, and hesitate to take action. But in reality, the faster you fail, the faster you learn. That's why I always say, fail quickly, learn quickly, and move forward. When we started Alibaba, we made countless mistakes. Some business models didn't work, some strategies failed, and we faced rejection after rejection. But every failure taught us something. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, I saw it as a necessary step towards success. The worst thing you can do is fear failure so much that you never take action. Many people spend years planning, trying to avoid mistakes. But by the time they're ready, the opportunity is gone. I believe in experimenting, testing, and adjusting along the way. No successful company got everything right the first time. Facebook, Google, and Tesla all had their failures before they became giants. The difference between winners and losers is not that winners never fail, it's that they never stop. They take failure as feedback, not as defeat. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to success. The faster you fail, the faster you find what works. So instead of avoiding failure, embrace it. Ask yourself, are you willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn? Because that's the real path to success. Many people give up before they even start because they think success requires huge resources, money, or connections. But the truth is, every great business starts small. Alibaba didn't begin as a giant company. It started in a tiny apartment in China with a small group of people and a big dream. The biggest mistake entrepreneurs make is waiting for the perfect moment. They believe they need the right investors, the best team, or ideal market conditions, but the perfect moment never comes. Success is built step by step, day by day. You don't need to start big, you just need to start. I always tell young entrepreneurs, solve a small problem first. If you can help 10 people, you can help 100. If you can help 100, you can help 1,000. Growth happens naturally when you focus on creating real value. Jeff Bezos started Amazon selling books online. Elon Musk started with small software companies before moving to space exploration. Most people underestimate the power of small beginnings. They think if something isn't massive from the start, it's not worth doing. But success is about momentum. Small wins lead to big victories. Alibaba grew not because we started big, but because we started smart. So don't wait. Start with what you have, where you are. The important thing is to take the first step. Are you dreaming big but taking small, consistent actions? Because that's how real success is built. Why Chachich? Money is not the goal, it's the result. If you focus only on making money, you'll never create something truly valuable. The best businesses are built on solving real problems, not just chasing profits. That's why I always tell people, work with purpose, and the money will follow. When we created Alibaba, our mission was clear, to empower small businesses in China. It wasn't about getting rich, it was about helping entrepreneurs succeed. The companies that last are the ones that make a difference. If your business doesn't improve people's lives, it won't survive long term. Look at the most successful companies in the world. Apple didn't just sell phones, it revolutionized technology. Tesla isn't just a car company, it's changing the future of energy. Amazon isn't just an online store, it's redefining convenience. The biggest businesses solve real problems. Many people work just for a paycheck, and that's why they never feel fulfilled. If you wake up every day with a bigger mission, work becomes exciting. Passion drives success. If you do what you love and help others, success becomes inevitable. So ask yourself, are you working just for money, or are you building something meaningful? Purpose is the foundation of lasting success. No company succeeds alone. A business is only as strong as the people behind it. That's why one of the most important lessons I learned is this: invest in your team and your company will grow. The best leaders don't just build companies, they build people. At Alibaba, we don't just hire employees, we develop them. We encourage learning, innovation, and teamwork. A company that grows together lasts longer. If you want long-term success, focus on training, motivating, and supporting the people around you. Many leaders make the mistake of thinking only about profits and ignoring their team. But unhappy employees don't create great companies. The most successful organizations, whether Google, Microsoft, or Alibaba, are built on strong, passionate teams. Your job as a leader is not to do everything yourself, but to create an environment where your people can thrive. Give them responsibility, trust them, and let them take ownership. That's how you build a company that runs itself, even when you're not there. So are you growing alone, or are you bringing others with you? The best success is shared success. When I first talked about building an online marketplace in China, people laughed at me. They said it was impossible. They said I was crazy, but I didn't listen. If I had, Alibaba would not exist today. The biggest lesson I've learned? You must believe in yourself before anyone else does. Every great idea sounds ridiculous at first. Imagine telling someone 20 years ago that people would buy everything from their phones or that cars would drive themselves. Innovation always looks impossible until it happens. That's why the most successful people are those who believe in their vision, even when others don't. Most people quit because they listen to doubters. They let criticism kill their dreams. But let me tell you this, the world will never believe in you at first. That's not their job. Your job is to prove them wrong. I've faced rejection everywhere, from schools, from jobs, from investors, but I refused to give up. Why? Because I believed. And belief is powerful. If you truly believe in what you're doing, you'll find a way, no matter what obstacles come your way. So the next time someone tells you it's impossible, smile. Keep going. Because the only person who truly needs to believe is you. Success is not just about you, it's about the people you help along the way. The best leaders don't just achieve their own goals, they lift others up with them. That's why I believe true success is shared. Alibaba grew because we focused on helping small businesses succeed. Our goal was never just to make money, it was to create opportunities. The more we helped others, the more our business grew. It's a simple formula. When you make others successful, you become successful too. Many people think leadership is about control, but real leadership is about empowerment. A great leader doesn't create followers, they create more leaders. If you want long-term success, focus on building people, not just businesses. Think about the most admired entrepreneurs, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. They all understand that their legacy isn't just about their companies, but about the impact they have on others. Success is not just about wealth, it's about influence and contribution. So ask yourself, are you only focused on your success, or are you helping others grow too? Because the more you give, the more you get in return. The biggest barrier to success is not a lack of money, knowledge, or resources, it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking foolish. I've seen countless talented people with great ideas who never took action because they were too afraid of what could go wrong. But here's the truth. Fear is just an illusion. When I started Alibaba, I had every reason to be scared. I had no funding, no experience, and no guarantee of success. But I knew that if I let fear control me, I would never achieve anything. Instead of asking, what if I fail? I asked, what if I never try? That question changed everything. Most fears never actually happen. People worry about failing, but failure is just a step towards success. They fear rejection, but rejection is just redirection. I applied to Harvard 10 times and got rejected. I applied for jobs and was turned down again and again, but I kept moving forward. Successful people feel fear too, but they act anyway. The difference between those who win and those who don't is simple. Winners don't let fear stop them. The greatest risks in life are not the ones you take, they're the ones you don't take. So what's stopping you? Are you letting fear hold you back, or are you ready to take action despite it? Because real success begins when you step beyond your fears. The world is not static, and neither is success. What works today may not work tomorrow. If you stop learning, you start falling behind. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they have made it and no longer need to grow. The truth is, continuous learning is the key to staying ahead. When we built Alibaba, we never assumed we had all the answers. We adapted, changed strategies, and kept evolving. Technology moves fast, and businesses that don't innovate disappear. Nokia was once the leader in mobile phones. Where are they now? Blockbuster ruled video rentals, then came Netflix. The lesson? Adapt or be left behind. I spend time every day learning something new. Whether it's reading books, talking to experts, or observing trends, I never stop expanding my knowledge. The best entrepreneurs, like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, are obsessive learners. They know that knowledge compounds over time. Some people say, I don't have time to learn. But here's the reality. If you don't make time to learn, you'll be forced to make time for failure. The world will change with or without you. The question is, will you change with it? So are you evolving, or are you stuck in the past?